Welcome to Paranormal Files. I'm your host, Paige Carter. The year was 1985, and a small art auction in the heart of London was about to unwittingly unleash a force of darkness upon the world. A painting, rather unassuming in appearance and modest in size, was held up for bidding. The canvas was filled with an image of a small boy and a roguish-looking teddy bear, both standing in front of a glass door through which a garden could be seen, shrouded in perpetual twilight. The painting was called The Hands Resist Him, created by an artist named Bill Stoneham in 1972. Little did the audience know, a curse was said to be woven into every brushstroke. In the years following the auction, owners of the painting began to report strange occurrences. The figures within the painting were said to move or even disappear entirely, often reappearing in different positions. Some claimed that they witnessed the boy in the painting actually exiting the frame, only to return to his original position by morning. It was as though the painting had a life of its own, an existence that transcended its canvas confines. In fact, one woman, who had bought the painting for her 4-year-old daughter, reported waking up in the middle of the night to the sound of soft, childlike whispers. When she entered her daughter's room, she was horrified to find the small girl talking to the painting. The little girl, with eyes wide and full of fear, claimed the boy and the teddy bear in the painting were fighting, and that they had come out of the painting to warn her. In another chilling account, a gallery owner who had displayed the painting was found dead under mysterious circumstances. The man had been in perfect health, with no previous medical conditions that could explain his abrupt passing. The only anomaly found was the painting. It was propped up against the wall opposite his body, the boy and teddy bear looking on with innocent eyes. Further investigation into the painting's history revealed a disturbing pattern. The majority of its previous owners had also met with tragic and unexplainable ends. Even those who had merely been in possession of the painting temporarily, such as art dealers or gallery owners, had reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and unease in its presence. It was as if the painting carried an aura of malevolence, infecting those around it with its dark energy. The strange occurrences surrounding The Hands Resist Him are not unique. Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of artworks that supposedly bear curses, bringing disaster and misfortune upon those who dare to own them. Whether these are mere coincidences or manifestations of some form of unknown paranormal phenomenon is a question that remains unanswered. These stories of cursed paintings continue to haunt the realm of art and mystery, serving as chilling reminders of the inexplicable forces that may lie just beyond our understanding. From the eerie figures of The Hands Resist Him to the spectral apparitions of other cursed artworks, these tales of paranormal phenomena infused in canvas and pigment are woven into the darker tapestry of our cultural history. Stepping back into the annals of history, these tales of cursed paintings have their origins rooted in diverse cultures, different eras, and various corners of the world. Their stories are often intertwined with legends, folklore, and superstition, adding a heavy shroud of mystery that hangs over these artworks. One of the earliest accounts of such paranormal activity associated with artworks dates back to the 16th century. The tale revolves around the infamous Crying Boy painting, a series of artworks by Italian painter Bruno Amadio, also known as Giovanni Bragolin. The paintings depict tearful children looking out with mournful eyes. Firefighters in the United Kingdom during the 1980s reportedly discovered undamaged copies of the painting amidst the ruins of several burned houses, leading to rumors that the artwork was cursed and brought fire to the homes of those who owned it. Across the ocean, in early 20th century New Orleans, tales of a haunted portrait began to circulate. The painting, known as The Portrait of Delphine Lalaurie, was said to be imbued with the dark energy of its subject, a high society woman notorious for the brutal treatment and murder of her slaves. Stories tell of gallery visitors feeling a chill down their spine, or the sensation of being watched when standing before the painting. Some even claim to have seen Delphine's eyes move, following them around the room. Meanwhile, in the heartlands of America, The legend of the haunted eBay painting, or The Hands Resist Him, emerged in the late 20th century. The painting was sold on eBay in 2000, accompanied by a description that detailed disturbing paranormal experiences associated with it. The seller claimed the figures within the painting moved at night and that they would occasionally step out into the real world. Each of these histories is punctuated by testimonies from early witnesses, be it the owners of the paintings, art dealers, gallery visitors, or even firefighters. These accounts, often documented in personal diaries or local newspapers, deepen the enigma surrounding these artworks, painting a stark portrait of fear and intrigue. From the tear-streaked faces in the Crying Boy paintings to the cold, merciless eyes of Delphine Lalaurie and the eerie figures in The Hands Resist Him, these allegedly cursed paintings have left an indelible mark on the history of art, underscoring the potential for the sublime and the sinister to exist side by side on the canvas. Their stories continue to captivate and horrify, inviting us into a world where art and the paranormal intersect in the most unsettling ways. Among the many individuals entwined in these tales of eerie artworks, perhaps none is as intriguing as Jane Coram, a former art gallery owner from New Orleans. Coram, who owned the gallery where the portrait of Delphine Lalaurie was displayed, was known for her skepticism. But her experiences with the painting, she confessed, shook her to the core. She reported feeling an oppressive energy whenever she was near the artwork, and even claimed to have seen Delphine's eyes following her in the room. Her account, made public in a local newspaper interview, added credence to the painting's haunted reputation. On the other side of the Atlantic, the saga of the Crying Boy paintings was investigated by Alan Wilkinson, a retired firefighter from Yorkshire. Wilkinson had personally witnessed several instances where houses burned down, but a copy of The Crying Boy was found unscathed amidst the ashes. Intrigued by the eerie pattern, he began meticulously recording each incident, building a dossier that painted a chilling correlation between the artwork and the fires. In the case of The Hands Resist Him, the previous owners, the Robinson family, were key witnesses. In an online post, they recounted their traumatic experiences with the painting, describing how the figures seemed to move and interact with each other. Their account was corroborated by an anonymous bidder who, after winning the painting, reported similar unnerving incidents. Another notable individual is Dr. Julia Stoneham, a paranormal researcher from Michigan State University. Dr. Stoneham's interest in the intersection of art and the paranormal led her to study these paintings. Her findings, published in the Journal of Parapsychology, suggest there might be a connection between the emotional intensity of the artwork and the reported supernatural phenomena. Also worth mentioning is renowned psychic medium Madeline Rose. She claimed to have sensed an overwhelming negative energy from The Hands Resist Him during a televised séance. Her experience, which left her visibly shaken, added a layer of paranormal credibility to the painting's already ominous reputation. Each account, each piece of evidence, weaves a complex web of fear, intrigue, and mystery around these artworks. Whether it's the watchful eyes of Delphine Lalaurie, the unsettling figures in The Hands Resist Him, or the tear-streaked faces of the Crying Boy, these paintings have touched the lives of many, leaving behind a trail of chilling tales and unexplainable incidents. Their stories, echoing through the halls of art galleries, the pages of newspapers, and the digital landscape of the internet, serve as a haunting reminder of art's uncanny ability to evoke powerful emotions, sometimes crossing into the realm of the supernatural. It is within the darkened corners of these chilling accounts that the very essence of the paranormal begins to manifest. In the cold, silent hours of the night, owners of these paintings have reported inexplicable phenomena that challenge the boundaries of logic and reason. Consider, for instance, the haunting tales associated with the Anguished Man. The painting, as sullen and somber as its name suggests, is steeped in stories of strange occurrences. Layers of heavy, chaotic brushstrokes form the tormented face of a man, his eyes wide with pain and despair. According to Sean Robinson, the the current custodian of this unsettling artwork. The painting was created using the artist's own blood mixed with oil paint, and soon after its completion, the artist took his own life. Since inheriting it from his grandmother, Robinson has reported a series of eerie events that seem to be tied to the painting. In the dead of night, he has heard gut-wrenching cries and whispers, echoing through the silent halls of his home. Objects have moved of their own accord, doors have slammed shut, and chilling apparitions have been sighted in peripheral vision. The figure within the painting appears to be in perpetual agony, and it is as if this suffering has seeped out of the canvas and into the very fabric of reality. Similar stories shroud The Crying Boy. Despite its innocent appearance, the painting has been linked to a string of house fires in the United Kingdom. In each instance, the painting was found completely untouched by the flames. Firefighters and owners alike have reported an unnerving sensation of being watched, and the distinct sound of a child sobbing emanating from the painting. In the case of The Hands Resist Him, the phenomena are even more chilling. The Robinson family, the painting's previous owners, recounted how the figures in the painting moved, seemingly of their own volition. The little boy, initially standing alone, was sometimes seen holding hands with the eerie doll figure. The glass pane covering the painting would become hot to the touch, and at times, a swarm of hands would press against the glass from the inside, as if attempting to break free from their painted prison. These accounts, while astounding, are not isolated incidents. Across the globe, owners of these cursed paintings have reported similar experiences, each one adding a new layer to the enigma. They stand as testament to the powerful, and perhaps supernatural, influence these artworks exert, pushing the boundaries of our understanding and forcing us to question the nature of reality itself. Across centuries and cultures, science has often struggled to fully explain the inexplicable. In the realm of cursed paintings, experts have proposed several theories, each attempting to rationalize the phenomena within the framework of accepted scientific principles. One theory suggests these experiences are nothing more than psychological responses to the disturbing imagery of the paintings. The human mind is a complex and powerful entity, and it can often create its own reality, especially under the influence of fear or stress. In this interpretation, the eerie events reported by the owners of these paintings are manifestations of their subconscious fears, amplified by the unsettling nature of the artwork. But this theory fails to account for the shared experiences of multiple observers. In the case of The Hands Resist Him, for instance, the Robinson family collectively witnessed the movement of the figures within the painting. This collective experience, shared by a group of individuals, challenges the notion of these occurrences being solely psychological phenomena. Another theory postulates the involvement of infrasound, a low-frequency sound below the range of human hearing. Infrasound has been linked to feelings of unease, dread, and even visual hallucinations, which could explain the sensations of fear and the visual anomalies reported by the owners of these paintings. However, this theory does not account for the physical phenomena, such as objects moving or the extreme heat of the glass covering The Hands Resist Him. Experts have also proposed that the materials used in the creation of these paintings may be responsible. In the case of The Anguished Man, it's known that the artist mixed his own blood with the oil paint. Could this act have somehow imbued the painting with a form of residual energy or consciousness, triggering the reported paranormal phenomena? This theory, while intriguing, remains speculative at best, as no scientific methodology currently exists to measure or analyze such energy. The theories surrounding cursed paintings are as numerous as they are varied. While each provides a plausible rational explanation, none can fully account for the entire spectrum of experiences reported by the owners of these paintings. Therefore, the mysteries persist, lingering in the shadowy realm of the unexplained and challenging the limitations of our understanding. In the face of unexplained phenomena, human beings have a natural inclination to look beyond the physical realm, invoking the supernatural to make sense of the inexplicable. This is not merely a modern phenomenon, but a pattern that can be traced back throughout human history, across cultures and time. In ancient civilizations, art was often deeply entwined with religious and spiritual beliefs. From the cave paintings of prehistoric man, believed to possess spiritual power, to the icons of Byzantium, thought to be windows into the divine, art has long been imbued with a sacred, sometimes feared, aura. This cultural backdrop is significant when considering the fear and awe inspired by so-called cursed paintings. The concept of cursed objects is prevalent in many cultures, suggesting a universal human tendency to attribute misfortune to tangible items. The Hope Diamond, said to bring disaster to its owners, the cursed phone number in Bulgaria that reportedly led to the death of its users, and the Dybbuk box, a wine cabinet said to be haunted by a malicious spirit, all demonstrate this shared cultural narrative. In the same vein, the cursed paintings seem to be a modern manifestation of this ancient belief. The narratives surrounding these artworks echo age-old tales of cursed objects, suggesting a deeply ingrained human fear of malignant forces attaching themselves to physical items. When it comes to the cursed paintings, the fear is heightened by the inherent power of visual art. A painting can evoke strong emotions, creating a palpable atmosphere that impacts the viewer. The unsettling imagery of "the hands resist him" or "the anguished man" can trigger primal fears, creating a sense of dread that feeds the belief in a curse. The psychological aspect cannot be overlooked either. Once the idea of a curse is in place, confirmation bias, the tendency to interpret events in a way that confirms pre-existing beliefs, comes into play. Every incident, however minor, is seen as evidence of the curse, reinforcing the belief and escalating the fear. Yet the enigma of the shared experiences, the physical phenomena, and the sheer consistency of reports across different paintings and owners keeps these stories in the realm of the uncanny. Are these merely psychological and cultural phenomena, or is there a hint of the inexplicable, the supernatural, at play? The question lingers, as tantalizing and elusive as the paintings themselves. From the metaphysical realm, a perspective is proffered that these paintings are not merely pigments and canvas, but conduits, channels through which otherworldly entities can interact with our plane of existence. Spiritualists and paranormal researchers suggest that these art pieces may carry imprints of energy, emotional residue, or even conscious entities that are not necessarily bound by our physical laws. The concept of energy imprints or psychic residue is a common thread in many paranormal narratives. The theory posits that intense emotions or traumatic events can leave an energetic imprint on an object or location. These imprints can manifest in numerous ways, including sudden temperature changes, inexplicable noises, or even apparitions. Some proponents of this theory suggest that artists, with their heightened sensitivity, could unconsciously channel these energies into their works. This idea extends into another intriguing theory that these paintings could be imbued with the consciousness of the artist or the subjects they portrayed. As artists pour their emotions, thoughts, and very essence into their work, it is speculated that a part of them might remain, lingering within the canvas. This theory might explain why certain paintings, especially those created under intense emotional distress, seem to emanate a palpable sense of unease or foreboding. Another possibility is that these paintings could act as gateways for interdimensional beings or spirits. The process of creating art is often described as a spiritual experience, a connection with something beyond the mundane world. If we consider this, it's not entirely unimaginable to speculate that these profound, often otherworldly, experiences could potentially open unseen doors, connecting our world with other realms. Then there's the concept of thought forms or tulpas, entities created and given life by intense concentration or collective belief. Could it be that the shared fear and belief in the curse give these paintings a life of their own? that the collective psyche of the viewers, fueled by the unsettling imagery and the aura of the forbidden, gives birth to a self-perpetuating curse? Each of these theories, while impossible to prove with our current understanding of the universe, presents a tantalizing possibility. They suggest a world far more complex and interconnected than we can comprehend, where art is more than mere decoration. It is a bridge between worlds, a container for consciousness, an emotional time capsule, or a living entity. These cursed paintings, then, are not merely objects of fear, but profound mysteries that challenge our perception of reality. As we delve deeper into the 21st century, the tales of these cursed paintings have only grown in intensity, propelled by the advancements in technology and the far-reaching tendrils of social media. In a world that often seems more concerned with the virtual than the physical, these eerie artworks have found a new home online, where their stories can haunt an even larger audience. The Anguished Man, for instance, is a painting that has exploded in popularity due to the rise of the internet. The artist allegedly mixed his own blood with the paint and took his life shortly after completing the work. The painting is said to bring nightmares, illness, and a sense of profound dread to those who view it. In recent years, videos posted online claim to show strange happenings in the presence of the painting, including unexplained noises and objects moving on their own. These videos have garnered millions of views, further feeding into the painting's chilling reputation. Likewise, advances in technology have allowed for more detailed and often unsettling analysis of these paintings. Using infrared imaging, experts have been able to uncover hidden layers and alterations in some of these cursed works, providing new insights into the artist's process and potentially their mindset. These discoveries often fuel the fires of speculation and intrigue, adding another layer to the enigma of these cursed artworks. For instance, under infrared examination, the Crying Boy painting, infamous for its supposed connection to a series of house fires in the 1980s, revealed an underpainting of a different child. This revelation sparked a flurry of theories, with some suggesting that the tormented spirit of the first subject was the true source of the curse. In the era of ghost hunting TV shows and paranormal investigation groups, these cursed paintings have also become desirable objects for those seeking a brush with the supernatural. Despite the risks associated with these paintings, or perhaps because of them, collectors and paranormal enthusiasts often seek them out, hoping to witness their reputed effects firsthand. In a world that is becoming ever more digitized and rational, the continued fascination with these cursed paintings is a stark reminder of the enduring power of the unexplained. They stand as testament to the human fascination with the unknown, the macabre, and the supernatural. As we continue to probe the mysteries of these cursed artworks, with every new revelation, we are reminded that there are still realms of our existence that remain uncharted and enigmatic. These paintings, with their eerie histories and alleged curses, continue to captivate and terrify, reminding us that art, like life, is a blend of beauty, mystery, and sometimes a touch of the uncanny. As the shadows of the unexplained deepen around these cursed paintings, more fringe theories begin to emerge, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. These conjectures, while seemingly outlandish, add to the complex tapestry of mystery surrounding these artworks and challenge our perception of reality. One of the most controversial ideas involves government experiments. Some propose that certain cursed paintings are the remnants of clandestine programs designed to test the limits of psychological warfare. They suggest that these paintings have been imbued with subliminal messaging or other forms of manipulation, invisible to the naked eye, but able to influence individuals on a subconscious level. This theory, while raising unsettling questions about free will and the potential for control, remains largely unproven. Equally intriguing is the concept of time slips. Some observers have reported experiencing sudden, fleeting sensations of being in a different time period when viewing certain cursed paintings. These accounts often describe vivid, disorientating experiences accompanied by a strong sense of displacement. Could these paintings somehow serve as windows or portals into other times, offering glimpses into the past or future? The idea is tantalizing, but remains deep within the realm of speculation. The notion of portals is another theory that frequently surfaces. Some believe that these cursed paintings might serve as gateways to other dimensions or realities. They argue that the inexplicable phenomena associated with the paintings, the strange occurrences, the feelings of unease, the physical manifestations, could be the result of these portals opening, allowing something from another realm to cross into our world. Again, this theory, while thrilling, is largely hypothetical and lacks concrete evidence. Perhaps the most extraordinary claim suggests a link to non-human intelligence. Proponents of this theory posit that the curses associated with these paintings are a form of communication or interaction from entities beyond our comprehension. They argue that these artworks, with their eerie histories and inexplicable effects, might be physical evidence of an intelligence that operates outside the boundaries of human understanding. This theory, while stretching the limits of credibility, adds a layer of cosmic horror to the narrative of these cursed paintings. While these theories may seem far-fetched, they represent the human desire to understand the unexplained. They underline the profound impact these cursed paintings have had, not just on their owners, but on our collective imagination. They force us to confront the inexplicable and the uncanny, reminding us that there are corners of our world that remain shrouded in mystery and intrigue. In the end, whether these theories hold any truth or not, they contribute to the enduring allure of these unsettling artworks, ensuring their continued place within the annals of the paranormal. In the face of such captivating theories and chilling accounts, it becomes clear that we stand on the precipice of the unexplained, staring into an abyss of mystery. The haunted paintings that have been explored throughout this journey serve as reminders of our vulnerability in the face of the unknown. With each brushstroke that conceals a curse, or each gaze met with spectral eyes, we are drawn further into a world that exists just beyond the veil of our understanding. Yet, despite the fear and unease these cursed paintings elicit, they also hold a strange fascination. They serve as a testament to the human condition, reflecting our innate curiosity and our relentless pursuit to decode the enigmatic. They are a haunting reminder of our connection to the supernatural, a link that is both unsettling and beguiling, as if we are inexplicably tethered to these haunted canvases, drawn to their spectral allure. But what of the painters themselves? Were they merely vessels, conduits for a greater otherworldly force? Or did they willingly infuse their work with these disturbing elements? Could they have known the havoc their creations would wreak? Or were they as much victims of their art as those who would later come to possess it? These questions remain unanswered, adding another layer of mystery to the already enigmatic narrative of these cursed paintings. In the end, there is no definitive explanation for the phenomena associated with these artworks. The theories, while intriguing, are mere conjectures, a way for us to grapple with the inexplicable. The truth, if it exists, remains elusive, obscured by layers of speculation, superstition, and the passage of time. Yet, the allure of these cursed paintings remains undiminished, their stories continuing to captivate and terrify in equal measure. They are a haunting testament to the power of art, a chilling reminder of the unexplained that lies at the heart of our existence. And while we may never fully understand the forces at play, we can't help but wonder, with a shiver of anticipation and a pang of dread, what other cursed artworks might be waiting, unseen, in the shadows. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Paranormal Files. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, gain access to bonus content, and unlock our full library of podcasts, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.